like and subscribe. I'm 36 and my wife left for work, so I walked around the house like a raptor, before doing some chores. How have you not grown up? I also have a stick that I keep in the backyard that is actually a broadsword in disguise that I use to slay the demons inside the bushes I trim on Sundays. I'm 50. Last time my girlfriend and I were at the beach, we went off the beaten path to an area where you could easily get 100 yards between you and the next person on the beach. It was very remote, very romantic, wrens and cranes flying overhead, little crabs coming out of holes in the sand skittering about. We cracked open a bottle of wine, toasted, kissed, and talked about how happy we were together. Then I laid down on the sand and used little pieces of reeds to build a fortification around a crab hole complete with a seashell, adorned entry and a flag made of seaweed. Edit. Wow, woke up to a lot of rewards. Thank you. As an aside, the crab was not impressed with his new battlement. He refused to use the proper and splendid entrance I built, and instead would stubbornly struggle to squeeze himself between the reed uprights in whatever random direction as he would come and go, while doing his crab stuff. I like to think maybe it offered him some protection against the bigger crabs. But in all likelihood Fort Crab collapsed, and his empire was lost during the next high tide. When swapping out batteries on my power drill, I still pretend I'm reloading a gun. I'm in my 30s, and when no one's around, I try to use my ninja stealth to see how close I can get to the dog/cat before they notice me. Now *THAT'*S** a rush. Whenever I see a cool action figure, there is still a part of my brain that thinks, whoa. I am 58, I still ride on shopping carts out in the parking lots. One big push and when I'll see how far I go. Whenever I'm alone, I prefer to go up the stairs on all fours. It is by far the superior method of stair travel, and I'm tired of pretending it's not. Dude, I still talk to myself in some ridiculous voices, and have the most outlandish and hilarious, fake conversations with myself and /cats. It's pretty cringy, but honestly I laugh so hard sometimes, lol. And then I say out loud, alright dudes, fool, you're grown or something. Yeah, mine you. I'm hero. Want to come over and compare pogs? I will grab a big bowl of cereal and watch cartoons on Saturday morning. I DVR old Smurfs and Flintstones episodes. I recently rewatched Dungeons and Dragons Saturday morning cartoon. My husband doesn't have Reddit, so I'm posting this for him. He trims our trees and hedges with a katana, and pretends he's Leonardo. Work from home. I adult the hell out of every morning, making sure my wife is able to leave with any assistance needed, wake the kids up for school, all that. Once they leave, it's naked time, and cranked up music while working. Best part is my work provided equipment for work has mic and cam locked down, so I don't even need meeting pants. When I put my phone back in my pocket, I do it like I'm holstering my 6-shooter after a duel. Come in almost horizontal, then roll it over the side edge of the pocket with the middle finger to drop it in. I'm 30 and I do that while my wife is home. Anytime I use tongs while cooking, I make sure to clack them. You know, to make sure they still walk a vertical bar. My daughter has this little toy piano that makes different sounds depending on the slider, piano, numbers, cow, and duck. I jiggle the two high note keys, https://youtube.b/tgtscg9pq3g, on the duck setting. My daughter loves it and it annoys her out of my wife. Tongs must always be clacked twice. No more. No less. I'm 25 and I still do kamehamehas in the shower. I put my arms up to my chest and let the water pool up, then release it all, and feel like a god causing a flood. I use the force to telekinetically open the automatic doors at the supermarket. Do you want to hang out? I am 35 and my wife refers to me as her oldest. Female, but I set up my kids' toys to play awesome games while they are not home. Dinners, action figures, tracks, he gets home and ruins it of course. But I have a blast. I do this with kids' dollhouses too. I still have my old Nerf revolver, Maverick, I think it's called, that I will sometimes use in a fight against those nasty Wild West bandits that have taken up residence in my living room and kitchen. I'm 41 but when I wake up after a long night shift and the house is empty, occasionally I enter a room by sliding up against the door frame with my fingers pointed like a gun, pretending I'm secret agent. Please don't tell my wife I do this. I have an autoimmune type of arthritis. There are times, not recently thankfully, that my shoulders hurt, and it helps me to limit my arm movement, Trek style. Raw. I have been doing this since diagnosis in my late 20 years. I do the same thing my dude. I walk around on my tiptoes and make noises straight out Taran and Stimpy. I'm 39. I am 60 and the garden hose and sprayer I used today was really a flamethrower to burn aliens clinging to my driveway. My sink spray gun for dishes is a laser. If any of you have these items and don't use them in this manner, you are missing out. Don't ask about the mower. I've introduced my 5-year-old daughter to Lego. I make something, and she plays with it, while I make a new thing, repeat a few times a day. Not gonna lie, I think him having more fun. I'm 53. When my HS friends and I get together we still play penis chicken. What's that you ask? Well, you sit in a bar and whomever is willing to say penis the loudest wins. I play with her boobs and butt like a little kid with a new toy. Jiggle it around and such, but it doesn't really ever get old. So she asked me if I do that with my penis. I said yes, that's what I do when you aren't around me. If I had boobs I'd probably play with them often too. Wait, you'll get to do that? 19 and live with my parents and I constantly get chewed out for behavior like these, because apparently only retards can do that. You're an adult now, which means that you get to decide what being an adult means. I have converted the shopping cart into a pirate ship, letting my daughter hang on one side. The water empire has daily battles against the entrenched food nation that clings to the dishes. The runner is still running and jumping whenever I am not driving. And a couple more that others have already mentioned. Growing old is mandatory, growing up is optional. I'm 43 and when no one's home I talk to myself and inanimate objects in my house with different accents and voices. When we're all ninjas, knights, and assassins, heroically saving the day when no one else is watching. I use my dogs to have hard conversations with my wife. Pick up the pup and wave around her front paws. So I was sniffing around upstairs and noticed we have new paintings in the guest room and a pile of the old ones in the closet. What's going to happen to those? Or I noticed daddy has less socks. Have you been throwing out daddy's socks? I must say, I get far better reactions using the pup to animate some slightly accusatory questions. I love music, so I sing by myself and air guitar often. I still think farts and fart related jokes are hilarious. I have more video games than a teen with mommy's credit card. I still do burnouts and donuts in my old trucks. I still smoke weed and play video games. And possibly ninja fight with my dog or dance with them, trying to get him to high five me to the beat. Hasn't quite worked yet. Whenever I'm alone I pretend to be an archer and shoot my bow at imaginary monsters. I also turn off the lights and run as fast as I can into my bedroom. I'm 30. I'm 39 and, when I pass near a wall in my house I pretend to throw punches and make holes in it. Like Agent Smith in the Matrix. I'm 35, and my wife read this whole thread. She's incredibly turned on now. I must say, as a woman, I also read this whole thread, and not only think most of them are awesome, I'd probably join in several. When I'm grocery shopping I make drift noises with my shopping cart, while listening to Eurobeats. Sometimes my wife will randomly text me a photo of a she took. Female but I kid run everywhere. Need to grab something from the car? Run like I'm being chased by a T-Rex. Not a jog, but a sprint with my arms behind me, and it's typical to mildly roll my ankles, because I'm actually a terrible runner. But it's more fun. You've been visited by the ghost of a very important man. Pay your respects by liking and subscribing, and he'll grant you 3 weeks of good luck.